be a part of that storm that will be moving toward you, and again moving toward Mount Zion and over toward the Bremen area as well. BTI index is at 7.6 on this storm, with it moving toward the east at almost 70 miles per hour. This particular thunderstorm, when it was near Anniston, Alabama, produced I guess we're getting reports of at least 50 cars and a pretty major accident on the I-20. It's moving toward Mount Zion at 6:39, the city of Carrollton at 6:47, and over toward Shady Grove at 6:50. Right now, we're going to go back to John and Monica, who are standing by.
So much, Glenn. We do have some new updated information to give you. If you're hearing sirens in Athens, Georgia, that is your warning. We've been told that the sirens are not only going off, but that text messages have been sent to all the students at the University of Georgia.
That text message system, part of that new warning system that's been activated a few times, but probably not as seriously as it is at this very moment. So all the UGA students getting warnings about the impending severe weather approaching Athens.
And then during this time, you always wonder, how is this affecting air travel? We've heard that out at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, because of the severe weather, there is a 2-hour delay in arrivals. A 2-hour delay in arrivals. So if you have someone coming in, you might want to go to the certain airline's website and see just exactly when flights might be arriving. But as for right now, we've been told that there is a 2-hour arrival delay. Now, what about departures? Well, on that, we're told they're behind by about 30 minutes. But again, check with your airline to see just when your flight might be taking off.
Monica, I'm told we have some video of hail. This is in Carrollton. As you know, those supercell thunderstorms swept through this area. And there you see, we've heard reports of hail, some windshields shattered by the hailstones. And there you see them littering the ground. This once again in Carrollton in West Georgia, west of the Atlanta proper. And there you see, it looked like what, golf ball size?
And that's from DeKalb County.
Okay.
And it's amazing to see, you know, we hear Glenn talking about that, about the size of the hail. But, folks, you can see right there, that is golf ball size. Glenn.
We've had reports now in Tyrone of baseball-sized hail on the ground there. So we have incredible amounts of hail associated with these supercell thunderstorms. And just to give you an idea, that gives you an idea of the strength that these supercells produce, the power of these supercell thunderstorms to keep something the size of a baseball, or eventually probably a softball when it was up that high in the atmosphere. To keep something like that suspended in the air, you need one powerful thunderstorm. And that's what we have today. Not your ordinary garden variety afternoon summertime thunderstorms here. These are supercell thunderstorms here because we have a lot of shear in the atmosphere creating rotating thunderstorms, and that's exactly what they're doing. So that one there is really nasty, moving over the eastern part of Henry County, now moving toward Butts County. There it is, and you can see the appendage that's off of that storm here. That's the formation that we look at when we try to find the tornado embedded in the thunderstorm. But sometimes they're just very, very hard to pick out, especially when we have high precipitation called 8P supercells. But nevertheless, Tom Jones is in the McDonough area in Henry County, and you're probably seeing two different types of weather, I would say. Tom? Okay, well, apparently not, because I think we're seeing a rapid clearing after this passes. A lot of clear sky and sunshine and nice weather. That over on this side, one of the ugliest storms we've seen in a long time. Very, very, very powerful supercell thunderstorm. Do we still have our tower cams rolling here? Because we have that next storm that's coming in. We're looking at this one. You can see what I'm talking about. There's the supercell off on the left side of your screen, but you can see that's rapid clearing here. But we also have another supercell that is moving toward the Carroll County area. Again, it's in Carroll County now, moving toward the east, so it's going to be moving across southern Paulding now, eventually towards southern Cobb and into the Douglas County area. This is a tornado warning on this one as well as it moves toward the east, and our BTI index is indicating high confidence that we may have a tornado forming or about to form or maybe on the ground. So severe hail, 60% likely, and 1 1/4 inches of that hail size moving toward the Carrollton area at 6:44. Sand Hill at 6:49 tonight. Again, very strong straight line winds likely be affecting Carrollton as we speak now. Brad, let's just kind of zoom out into the city of Carrollton as we take a look at these very strong straight line winds that are approaching in this area now. The city of Carrollton getting hit right now with very, very heavy winds, no doubt some very heavy rainfall to be followed by hail. We've already had one storm just rake Bowden. It just slammed into the Carroll County area, in Carrollton specifically there, where we had the large hail that Monica and John showed you a little while ago, with very large hail and very strong winds. So this is a next storm just hitting basically the same area it hit maybe an hour and a half ago. It looks like U.S. Highway 27, State Highway 166 bypass, 16, all in the path of the storm. If you live near these roads or know these roads, you need to take cover immediately. A tornado warning is in effect for your area. And again, you can see the warnings that are being outlined on the bottom of your screen here. Many, many warnings. So this is the one we'll be watching now as it moves toward the very highly populated areas on the south and west side of the city of Atlanta. Let's take a look again to the north and east of us as we go back up and check out those storms that Brad was showing us a little while ago as they were approaching toward the Watkinsville area. We have a picture from Tower Cam now? Now there it is. There is the supercell, and you can see the lightning that's going on inside that thunderstorm. Look at that lightning. It's just about continuous lightning. But that is cloud-to-cloud lightning, going from one cloud to the other. It's not necessarily reaching the ground. But that is a very, very good indicator of these supercell thunderstorms. I've been out tornado chasing in Oklahoma and Texas and have seen these, and they are just monsters of nature. Rotating, the whole storm itself is rotating. And the base of the storm there is a formation that we sometimes find called a wall cloud. And from that wall cloud is where we find the tornadoes. But you can see the lightning in that storm is actually continuous lightning. Unbelievable pictures here, and that is what you call your supercell thunderstorm. Now, once that storm moves away from you, on the back portion of that, you can see the tops will sometimes look like very weird-looking clouds, especially when they're, look at that, especially when they're illuminated by the setting sun. They can be a very dramatic picture. You can also see in the very high top of that supercell kind of a streaky-looking cloud there, and that is a very, very cold top. I don't know where that plane is going. You can see the plane that's just approaching that. I have no idea what that pilot has in mind, but you can see the tremendous cloud-to-ground lightning with our supercell thunderstorm. Pardon me, and that's the one that's approaching. All right, again up toward Cherokee County and Adairsville, you can see there another supercell, and you can see what's the base of that supercell is lowered quite a bit there. So that may be one of those features, the wall cloud. But that cloud to ground, looks like it's hitting the ground there, is just a continuous. I can't even imagine. I know a lot of folks out there are having to endure this. I would be making sure that your smoke detectors are working fine. And if you hear one that's very close to your house, you really might want to go and check the attic out. A lot of positive strikes we noted. In fact, in some instances, over 3% of our lightning strikes have been positive, and they are the most dangerous kind. I'm going to toss it over to Brad and get a drink of water here for a second.
All right, Glenn, let me go through a couple of things here as you described very thoroughly what's going on with the lightning. I wanted to update folks in Athens on the progress of this storm. As John and Monica told us just a few minutes ago, the folks at UGA were warning the students, but you could see the storm itself is now passing just to the south of the city of Athens. So from Watkinsville to Bostwick, you're getting hit by this very powerful thunderstorm, large hail, a lot of lightning here as well, and the potential for damaging winds. But you can see this is moving east-southeast. That's going to take it just to the south of the city of Athens. So good news for the folks there. Bad news in Watkinsville and Bostwick, Bishop, High Shoals. You're really getting hammered. Starting to clear out now in Good Hope and back toward Monroe, through Walton County and towards Gwinnett County. We saw some very large hail in DeKalb County. And take a look now here down towards McDonough and Locust Grove, just towards the east. So we're looking at Henry, extreme northern Butts County, and moving into Jasper and the southern part of Newton County as well. All this purple and gray you see here, likely some large hail, 1 to 2 inch in diameter, and some very strong gusty winds. I'm going to take you through a little bit of that. First, we're going to look at the very heavy rains. And as you see here, you see how we go from the purples to the reds to the yellows and the greens in less than a half of a mile. And that combined with the shape that we're looking here, see how it's kind of a long, an appendage here? That's the look that we see. It's kind of a hook developing, and it's right in this area near and just to the north of Locust Grove where we have the greatest potential for tornado touchdowns. Let me take the lines off here, and we'll do a look at the storm track. We're looking at a BTI at about 4.7. It's just updated, so let me take a look at the update.